The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 60 or.
And watch that. And watch the ball.
'80 weapon. Look at me. Zipper. Now.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Come on,
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Stop your body. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Greystone travel.
Second and 6. Now this one complete to Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Five.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Stay with your man.
Now back to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Choose the mic. Ready? Single, 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 single. Hey, 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 watch 12, watch 12. Two times. No, check that.
Yes.
Hey, I'm coming. Mike 52.
6'6", bullet high.
Check 31.
Hey, rock.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And the Giants first down.
On the set.
Drop deep. Switch.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Jones now off the play fake. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Escapes the defender, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
52's the mark.
Jones back to the air on 2nd down. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a Giant first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey.
They'll run with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Go.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The toss out to Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Leo!
Back to throw. Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 39, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Break.
59, Mike. Check, 59. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Shoot.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Set up. 8, read.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Topper. Hey, Delta. Ready to go. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jones to throw again. He dumps it off to Barkley. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2nd and 2. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do? Or, I guess, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
15,
Back to throw. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. At a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Come on, let's go.
Put up. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On the ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now.
40's Mike, 40's Mike.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Come. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here we go.
The The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ready. Hey, two-stop. Mike 52. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 52's the Mike.
Now Jones. Got a man, it's late. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Jones now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Single. Bravo.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Complete to right. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one.
And he's going to go down again. Za'Darius Smith getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Hey, team 6.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Wright's got it. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And it's Michel once again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Ready, ready.
Check that one, right 52 right here. 6-man. Check her.
5.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
Ready?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Ready, ready. 50, plant.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Come on. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
64, weak. Hey, Charlie.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll set up to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
At their own 16-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 24-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey! 6'6", bullet high.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Down. 18 Gator.
Let's go, D.
Ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he powers his way up past the 30. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll look to throw here. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
To Sony Michel. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Here we go.
Yo, go.
Let's bring it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Slam.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go.
I got motion. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Look at me. Zipper.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This quarterback now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10.
Box cut. Mike's 50. Let's go. Let's get this ball. Hey. Mike's 50. Let's go, D.
Deep grip.
They'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great convincing performance.
Statistics, screen player stats.
So for Green Bay, they'll take him where they can get him right about now. So victory moves their record to 2-11 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now in the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
Defensive selected.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gauton. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering XP feedback screen. Entering player upgrades screen. You have two options. Maurice Bradshaw is selected.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 in a bag. That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted. That's a big number.
Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do.
Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go.
Entering franchise hubs. One new injury. Entering injury report screen. One road and columns left filter. Giants right filter. Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do. Scout, train, advance. Players ready to negotiate. You have two options. Start negotiations is selected. Player's option is set to 6. You have two options. Start negotiations is selected.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pigs.
You have two options. Start. You have two options. Start negotiation. You have two options. Start. You have two options. Start. You have two options. You have two options. Entering franchise hub screen thing. Option. League. News. Members. Team adjust. My team. You have 7 options. Roster is selected. Entering roster screen. 53 rows. Edit player. Entering position up. Position up. Position option is entering. Done editing pop up. Entering name J Allen. Name J Allen. Edit player. Entering position option is set. Position option is set to position. Discard changes. Entering roster screen 50. Hold select name or Connolly. Hold name K Pat. Ray selected. Name J L selected. Name K Mac. Name B Hill. Edit player. Enter last position option. Entering done editing pop up with entering PT select name D Lawrence I name B Hill name D CB select name K name T Diggs name T name S Peel name M name B name K Fuller FS name J Love SS name Burns draft weird when practice squad position Ray roster select position QB entering franchise create my team you have 7 options roster is selected entering draft practice squad name J Bailey Jaguars select. Name my prior. Name Jets selected. Name J. Name Cigar. Lions selected. Name Elsmead. Packers select. Name R. Slater. Panther selected. Name M. Wilcox. Patriots select. Name J. Taylor. Raiders selected. Name K. Coleman. Rams selected. Name Iwanam. Ravens selected. Name A. Robertson. Name C. Jones.
Get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a
ratings.
It's summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
Entering success pop-up QB Cameron Jones has been signed to 1 year. Name May Bridges.
Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that
ratings
on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came.
Name May Bridges.
Thank the Lord for my people in my health.
Name May Bridges.
From my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me while it's sale. I could get it.
Redskins select. Name B.
I could get it by myself.
Name B. Johnson. Saints selected. Name S. Sullivan. Seahawks selected. Name W. Sherman. Steelers selected. Name D. Lenoir. Texans selected. Name S. Green. Titans selected. Name Wide. Vikings selected. Name T. Hill. Bears selected. Name D. Morris. Entering success pop-up SS David Morris has Bengals selected. Name Jay Griffith.
Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls they love and hate me the same. Okay, so
entering success pop-up Lil Jonas Griffith. Bills selected. Name El Farrell. Bronco select. Name Be Right. Brown selected. Name C. Dotson. Name Neil.
So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got to wait and
ratings.
Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be
name Neil.
I got some trusted shoes.
Ratings.
Top don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up.
Buccaneers select. Name K. Smith.
A good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out.
Cardinals select. Name T. Anderson. Name A. Beal. Chargers select. Name M. Duffy. Chiefs selected. Name K. Davis. Colts selected. Name J. Breland. Cowboys select. Name B. Quincy. Dolphins select. Name K. Devlin. Eagles selected. Name A. Fa'alu. Falcons select. Name J. Fuller. 49er. Name P. Johnson. Giants select. Name J. Bailey. Roster selected. Name UB. Name D. Jones. Name D. Jones. Place player and yes. Entering success pop-up QB Daniel Jones. AHB selected. Name S. Barkley. FB. Name draft. Cross. AHB. Name FB. Name K. Pollard. Name A. Name K. Pollard. WR. Name F. Name H. Bryant. Name K. Pollard. W. Name S. Watkins. ESO. SS select. Name R. Burns. Name A. Alexander. Name D. Morris. Name R. Burns. FS. Name J. Love. Name R. Neil. CB select. Name K. Fuller. Name B. Spear. Rolls. Name K. Patterson. MLB. Name E. Weaver. Name R. Snyder. Lowells. Name R. Connolly. Name J. Griffith. ML. Name E. Weaver. Lowell. Name R. ML. Name R. Snyder. Moved. Release. Yes. Entering success pop-up MLB Robert Snyder has been released. You have freed a net $0 in cap room. Okay. Lohold name Arcon, name Ozyman, name J Griffith, name Ozyman, name Arcon, name J Griffith. Entering franchise hub screen my team. Team you have 7 options. Roster is selected. FS selected. Name CB select. Name K Fuller. Rohold select. Name K Patter. MLB. Name Lohold select. Name Mark Connolly. DT select. Name D Lawrence II. Name D Pierce. Ray select. Name J Allen. La select. Name K Mac. Name Eldlin. Artis. Name Team Modon. Name F. RG. Name T. C select. Name K. Name C Zimmerman. LG name W LT name J Conklin T select name Asa Farian Jenk name L Nielsen name T Knox name X name Ace name X Truss name Asa Farian Jenkins WR name S Watkins FD name K Pollard name H Bryant name K Pollard AHD name S Barkley Trap Case SS selected name R Burns name D Morris name A Alexander name D Morris name A Alexander name D Morris FS name J Love CB select name K Fuller name T Walker
Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Release Press Entering Success pop-up CD Tracy Walker has been released. You have freed. Entering franchise hub screen my team. My members you league schedule. Enter league schedule. Enter week 14. 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 Week 14.